Good evening. With the inordinate times we're in, I've decided to do something a bit inordinate myself. For those who do not know, I'm wearing a traditional German lederhosen outfit that one would often wear to almost any social occasion, and most often in occasions involving beer. You will also see people wearing them during Oktoberfest and holiday parties. While I was not born in Germany, nor do I have any actual German relatives, Germany is where I feel the most at home. After living in over 11 houses throughout my life, 12 if you count Miller, and moving every 2 to 3 years, Germany has always felt like home to me. I was only 9 when my dad took me to the local soccer club after first arriving in Germany. English was barely spoken amongst the team, and I spoke no German. Despite this, I quickly learned the drills by watching others and gradually found my place, learning German and playing hard. Just as I had become a real part of the team, reality set in that it was time to move again. Leaving all the new friends I had made and the team that taught me so much was hard. But I guess it's the life of a military child, to make really close friends and then say goodbye just 2 years later. We spent the next 4 years moving to Turkey, which was an experience of its own, then back to the United States. Our return to Alabama after 7 years overseas was quite a culture shock for me. The last time I had been in the US, I was only 7, and I was now 14. I was just starting to adapt to life back in the US when we received the news of reassignment back to Germany. Compared to all the other places we had lived, I had never been so excited as I was about our move back to Germany. To return to a place that I had first really begun to love soccer was an amazing opportunity. My family moved to a small town in Germany called Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which was a mere 5-minute drive to the world's famous Olympic ski slopes. Amazing views of Alps and only a 15-minute drive to Austria, it was a dream location. I had always wanted to learn about snowboarding as well, and was excited about my first winter at the Alps. We were stationed far away from the mountains our first time around. However, after not speaking a word of German for 5 years, I had lost almost all of my German speaking skills entirely. Sure enough, after trying out for the team and making the cut, I found myself in the same situation as when I was 9, the only player on the team that could not speak German. I worked harder than ever to impress my coach and also tried my best to get to know all my teammates. My past experiences of constantly making new friends every couple of years helped me adjust much faster, but having to completely read German was quite the challenge. Our team traveled throughout the Munich regions for our games, sometimes spending up to 9 hours on the team bus, stuck in traffic jam, or trying to cross the border. We won the regional championships during my second year, and we traveled together to Croatia for the finals. I felt that I was learning new skills faster than ever and finally breaking into the inner circle of the German players. I was also finally old enough to use the Post Fitness Center and began to lift weights. German soccer is aggressive and wanted to increase my fitness as much as possible. I found weightlifting to be very helpful mentally and physically and enjoyed learning about all aspects of this sport. I also met some great guys in the weight room who showed me the ropes and helped me support me as I trained. I'm very thankful for one former Marine named Zach, who went out of his way to help in the weight room and also gave me advice on diet and nutrition. Nevertheless, living in a small German village when you're a teenager, despite world-class snowboarding and a great soccer team, can be a challenge. With only 12 other American teenagers in the area, I missed just hanging out with close friends and began looking to see what other opportunities were out there. The option to attend boarding school arose, and I was given the choice to go spend the last year of high school in the States or stay in Germany. My mom was looking for schools on the East Coast, and Miller interested her from the different styles of hands-on learning, along with the volunteer opportunities and sports teams. I wanted to try something out of my comfort zone for my senior year, and a boarding school in a state that I had never been to was the perfect opportunity. I also wanted to see what life was like in America, as I had only experienced a small glimpse of American culture when we were in Alabama and didn't know what I wanted to do or where I wanted to live after graduation. As soon as I got to know my roommates and saw how Miller was compared to other schools, I knew it was going to be a fun year. Sure enough, the 6 months I spent at Miller filled with friendship and opened my eyes to a different type of life. Miller was the only other place besides Germany that I truly felt like I was at home. I have often felt being a military kid and moving so much was a negative. However, this is not the case. I can look back at my childhood and know it helped me become more flexible and resilient. Without the many moves, I would have never had the chance to play soccer in Germany or at Miller. And although my soccer season came to an abrupt end at Miller, shout out to Coach Mack for spending countless hours in the yard with me. I'm thankful for the time I did get to play on the team. It was thoroughly enjoyable to speak English on the field once again. I would like to thank all my teachers for helping me throughout the year with anything I might need. I'd also like to thank my dad for his 26 years of service in the Air Force and all the opportunities he has provided. Finally, I would like to thank my mom for all the help with everything, especially my schooling. Thank you.
Way to go, Chase.
That was great, Chase.
Thanks for coming back again.